Okay. Okay. I hope you appreciate the thumbnail for this video. It is located in the description. Loxjie. Remember Loxjie? I've reviewed 2 of their items so far. The little hybrid tube that was balanced. And I was like, holy shit, $90. And it's got a screen and digital. And it really sounded toopy. And then I did their real expensive headphone DAC amp. And I was like, this is really good. But is it $220 good or $250 good? It was up there. So then they contacted me, and I was like, all right, how about something else? I'm like, you have some weird shapes going on in your, like, product line. Can you send me shapes? Like, I need a dodecahedral DAC. And then they're like, yeah. Now, this video is going to be 2 parts. I'm gonna start with this, and then I'm going to stop it, change speakers, and we'll go to this. So, let's get the D10 out of the way. I'm very confused. I'm not upset. I'm not upset. It's kind of like if you go to like a restaurant and you sit down and then all of a sudden it's just clowns singing everywhere. You're not upset. You're just confused. Why? Why the Wedge? Loxjie, why is this the thing? So this is their headphone amp and DAC. And it's a preamp so that I could switch this, and then we could play music here. I control the volume, and it's a beautifully made piece of metal with some sharp-ass corners, because that's way more than like a 90 would ever be. And it's just flat fascia, just barely make out the Loxjie logo here. 4 LEDs, standby, USB, optical, coaxial, or standby, high-res, DSD, and headphone. And then on the side, you get the power input button, up, down, and then headphone switch. And it's not even, like, lined up. Like, it's just the weirdest, like, Egyptian... If the Egyptian culture continued, if it didn't end with the pharaohs, and it just kept going, and it was 2019... and Egypt was the superpower that it should have been, this is the shit they'd bring out. This is like some weird alternate reality. I'm going to unplug some things. Unplug some headphones, 1/4-inch jack. Please don't explode the speakers. Plug the speakers, they're good. I'm going to plug the optical, and I'm going to plug the power. There we go. So, this is the back of the unit. Yeah. No, that's not how that works. So, the way it's supposed to go is, I'm assuming this is supposed to face you. This side says nothing but made in China. This side has the controls. Now, I guess this could face you, which would make more sense because when we look at the A10 in the next half of this video, there's nothing on the sides, and then that's your controls, and that's your output. So they don't like line up like that. Yeah, that makes sense. That doesn't make sense because he's supposed to read. And then the length is different. Why would you make the length different? Just stick with one. Again, we'll get to the A10 in a bit. So you get 1/4-inch headphone output, gold. You get left and right audio outputs, again, blacked out, not color-coded, gold. You get coaxial in, optical in, USB in, and if you're not using it as a USB DAC, you use the auxiliary power adapter, and then you can use fiber optic like I am. So, that's it. I enjoy holding this, by the way. This is a nice thing to hold. Like, if I just had like a swap meet, and there was like a $130 piece of metal to just hold, this would be that piece of metal. I feel like attaching a stick to this end and bludgeoning someone in their face with it. It does automatically, by the way, remind me of one of those medieval torture devices where they used to sit you down, spread your legs, and weigh your ankles down, and eventually your genitalia would just rip in half and one leg would fall off and then you'd bleed to death. And now you're thinking about it too. Could also be just cheese, just a block of cheese. So we plug this in. Power went where? Here's power. So power goes to auxiliary power. The optical cable goes to the optical port. I'm hooked up to the fluids, FPX7s. Left, right, and then, for no seeming reason other than sheer laziness, the headphone port's in the back. No, actually I'm wrong. So here's the thing. Headphone port in the front of a device. That makes sense, right? Except when you're trying to hide all your wires and you never unplug your headphone. If you only have one headphone, which if you're a follower of Z Reviews, you probably have more than one headphone. If you're only a one headphone person, please say so in the comments. But how often do you actually unplug your headphone? I mean, this isn't China. It's just behind it. So now you could put this like on your desk, tuck it away like that, and then just run your cable over. That's clean as fuck. I want to get to the whole thing I thought of. I figure the reason they gave you such a giant blank slate is because they want you to put stickers on it. And I went through my collection of stickers I got at Geshelli Labs. Got this big HOSA H. That would go on there. I think Geshelli Labs would be a weird one to put on there. I got Urson cams. I got an Urson cam in my car. I got that sticker. I got this Cull sticker for my jacket. It's Cull. $120. It wouldn't actually cost me that much. I got this ZMF sticker. That's kind of cool. Let's do that one. So let's just decorate. I mean, that's what this has got to be for. Let's just put a big old ZMF circle like right there. Boom. Maybe the Cull word. Put the word Cull somewhere. So we're here to represent. You can go like sideways. You can go full on like laptop. You know, just at school being a dick. I'm cool with that. Let's get to how it sounds now, or actually the functionality. So it turns on with said button. It says standby there. It's in red. You hit it again. Now something here lights up. Now if nothing's lit up, then actually no wait, I held it. You push it once and it switches inputs. So the little blue light bounces from USB to optical to coaxial to USB to optical. That's it. That's what the power button does. It turns it on and off. You hold it down, it goes to standby. You hold it down again, it goes, it just flashes once. Nothing's playing. Hold on. There you go. There's no light on when you have the line outs going, or the pre-outs, because this is volume controllable. When the pre-outs are going, and it's not higher than 16-bit, no lights show up. When you shuffle around to a song that is 24-bit, like this, now the high-res light comes on over USB. So the input switch lights up USB optical coaxial, then it shuts off. Then these lights become the indicators on top. So it's a high-res file. So now 24-bit file is playing, that's lit up. Now, it's actually a very good volume control too. I'm not knocking it. When you push the button, you got an indicator that you're pushing it with the standby light blinks. If you hit the headphone button here, now the pre-outs stop playing and the headphones play. And we get to control the volume like that. And you can hold it or press it. And it's a very smooth, like here, hold on, I'll tell you exactly how many presses it takes to go. This is a relatively quiet track, 24-bit demo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 15 presses gets you to like loud. That, by the way, is 24-bit demo Young Girl's Heart. I don't know the actual artist. As far as you can tell, there's no way to mute it, but if you hold it down, it just zooms right down. So now let's switch headphones off and let's switch to the speakers. Now the issue, one of the main issues is they share the same volume level. So if your headphones are super inefficient, you put the volume all the way up and then you switch to speakers, they're going to get more voltage, they're going to get more signal. But if your speakers are also fucked up and you keep it at a really high level. Then you switch to headphones, and your headphones are going to be loud. I wish those were independent. There's no reason those can't be independent. They should be independent. So, actual little bit of like knocking in the ear as I change things. I don't need to be in... Oof. I should probably get to the point where these sound really fucking good. Like, I don't think I've heard a DAC amp combo for this price that sounds this good. Combo unit. Like, oh, what about the shit full of 2? No, this is better than the shit full of 2. Sound quality wise. Sound quality wise. I'm like 90% sure I can't think of something $130-ish that's a combo unit. The Mica Origin G2 is out of stock constantly. I think this sounds better. Shit. This is just... There's a couple other ones. There's like a FIO, the K3. What about the K3? This might sound better than that. It's weird because I don't expect anything good from this because it's a weird fucking triangle pyramid. But if you have good internals and you're actually doing your job, I have to report that. I have to report it out. That is so clean. The word is clean, and the low end is pure. Like the driven snow. Maybe that's what it is. It's a lot of this. This is getting high fucking marks. And you know what? It's useful. You flip that switch, powered monitors come on. Now you adjust the volume up, then you switch it back, and your headphones have taken that volume. So if I lower the headphones are like muted. Switch. I gotta raise the volume again. That's by the way, DBZ, Mystery of the Z Sword. I'm Z. I'm just, if they put this in a normal box, I don't know if I'd expect more or less out of it. I mean, you can't get simpler than this. Input switch, boom, boom, boom. Power, hold down, says standby, red, standby light, red, fucking standby light. Woo! Yeah! Red fucking standby lights. Red fucking standby lights. Thank you. But there's no power light. That's the weird thing. If you turn it on, there's nothing unless you have high res or the headphones on. Then there's another LED. That's just weird. And I can kind of dig the everything in the back. You have no problem figuring out which buttons are which, by the way. Like, I thought it would be hard. No, it's like boom, right there. Up and down. There's input switch, and there's headphone. It's just, everything works. It all works. This is getting I mean, you can run it like this. There's nothing stopping you from running it like this. That's fine. There's nothing illegal about that. That looks dumb. I mean, you could possibly run it like this, but why? I mean, unless you're showing off your Amphenol connectors. I mean, I could, like, literally, like, look. That's another, if you have, like, really nice wires, you could, like, lay them out and be like, boom. But no, this is a perfect unit for if you're just going, you could put this under your monitor. Your monitor came down right here. You could put bunches, you could write in it, draw on it, put your power buttons right here. This is fucking ideal. And it sounds good too. And it pushes almost any headphone I give to it. I'm just, why is it a wedge? It's not a pyramid. It's not a pyramid. It's not a triangle either. What's a triangle in 3 dimension? A wedge. Right? Is that the technical term for it? I'm losing my mind. All right. I'm now going to switch out the fluids. And we're going to do the second half of this video, which is the A10. Which everybody who has one fucking loves. So, I'll be right back.